Hello, this is Furry Murray 7, and this is my complete area guide on how to get all items in No Man's Wharf. Now, if you don't know how to get to No Man's Wharf, you need to look down below this video and click the link to watch my guide on Hyde's Tower of Flame, because Hyde's Tower of Flame is how you get to this area. Also, No Man's Wharf is kind of a long area, so I've split the video into two parts. This is part 1. If you want to watch part 2 of the video, then click the link down below this video in the video description, and you can see part 2. So, starting from the first bonfire in No Man's Wharf, you'll come across some enemies. Now, it may be easier if you're carrying a torch, but those guys that throw pots of oil on you, the oil will explode if you're currently carrying a torch, or if you get hit with a fire arrow. So what you're going to do is you're going to go inside of this building, kill these guys, and then you're going to go up the stairs. And there's going to be a treasure chest. Maybe kind of disguised because it's right next to a whole bunch of other wooden things, so it's kind of an easy treasure chest to miss. And then come up here, and then you can get this item. And then after that, come out here. There's gonna be a guy throwing pots of oil at you, and right behind him is a flame archer. If that guy throws a pot of oil on you, it won't do that much damage, but if subsequently after that, if you get hit with a flame arrow, the fire will make the oil catch on fire and you will explode, and you'll take massive amounts of damage. So you want to be careful of that. You'll also take massive damage if you're carrying a torch when you get hit. So you want to come over here, kill these guys, and then after they're dead, you're going to come down here and get these items down here. And this is the part where the torches can really come in handy, because when you go down there, there'll be one of those dark stalker things, and they don't like light. So if you're currently carrying a torch, they'll be easy pickings for you. They'll just stand outside of your range, they won't even attack you, and you can simply pick them off with ranged attacks. Alright, there is one more item in here. This is where the Darkstalker was hiding. Make sure you get that item, and then you're ready to go up the stairs. Now, as you go up the stairs, you'll come across one of those guys that throw more pots of oil, so you want to be careful. Be careful and don't get hit. And then after that, turn to your immediate right and go down this area. There's quite a few items in here that you can get, and there's some interesting stuff. Alright, now there's going to be some more flame arrow guys on the roof of this building. You can try to pick them off here if you can, but you don't have to, because you can go inside that building and then you can climb up to the roof. Now, once you get in here, there's going to be quite a few enemies that are sitting at tables. So you want to kill these guys. There's about 3 of them in there, so make sure you kill all of them. And then you're gonna have to go in. Okay, once you're in, go to the left. There's gonna be a chest. It's kind of hidden behind a counter. So it's gonna be difficult to spot at first. We'll get that. There's gonna be more items up stairs. But before you go up there, you want to be careful. Because as soon as you come out there, and there's going to be an enemy right above you who's going to drop down on you and try to do a drop attack. So as soon as you step out, you're going to want to roll back immediately so he doesn't get you. Then after you get up, you can get that treasure chest. If you haven't killed all the enemies first. Make sure all the enemies are dead, and then you can safely open the treasure chest. Now this gate, you're going to be able to open it pretty soon. There's a summon sign over there. That's actually the summon sign for Lucatiel of Mira, an NPC. If you exhausted her dialogue earlier, then she will lay her summon sign there, and you can summon her later on. Alright, you've gotten everything in this building, so you can exit. And as you go out, if you run straight out the door as you go out, you'll notice a Ferrous Lockstone contraption. This contraption is one of the more kind of the useless ones of the Ferrous Lockstones. You don't get any special items. What it does is it lights a giant torch on top of this rock pillar, this giant rock pillar. There's a giant torch up there, and it's going to make all of the Darkstalkers hide in houses instead of waiting around along the path. So it's going to make the game a little bit easier if you're having trouble with those Darkstalkers. But if you have a torch, you shouldn't need to light that Ferrous Lockstone. There's going to be another contraption coming up pretty soon here in the next area that's going to be a lot more helpful. So you're going to want to save your Lockstones if you're not having trouble with those Darkstalkers. If you've been saving your torches, then by the time you get to No Man's Wharf, you should have at least 30 minutes worth of torchlight. You could even have 50 minutes worth of torchlight if you've just been saving them for the dark areas only, which this should only be the dark area. This should be pretty much the only dark area. First dark area you get to, so after that, when you get to that middle part of the stairs, you go left, go into this building, make sure you break down that barrier so you can get that item. Now there's going to be a couple more enemies over here, but for the sake of time, I've cut out the parts where I've killed them already. But you run past here. There's going to be another torch over there, so you can use that to light a torch. And then you kill these Dark Lurkers. There's going to be a number of Dark Lurkers along the road if you hadn't light that Ferrous Lockstone. If you did use the Ferrous Lockstone, all of those Dark Lurkers will be in here. So you're going to have to use quite a few ranged attacks to kill them. There's going to be about 3 or 4 of them in there. Before you go in, make sure you get this item off to the side over here. And then you can start on in. Now it's recommended that you open this door using ranged attacks, because there are a number of Darkstalkers on the other side, and they can actually have a tendency to break the wall down if you're too close to the door. And you really don't want them to do that. The Darkstalkers will hit the wall, and then it'll actually knock a section of the wall down. And what you want to do is you want to keep this door intact so that you can use it as a choke point to prevent them from rushing you. Now as you go in, you need to be careful, because there are some Darkstalkers on the upstairs that are going to drop on you from up top, so you need to be careful of that. I forgot whether they're called Darkstalkers or Dark Lurkers, but anyway, I'll probably just call them both through this walkthrough. Anyway, once you open this door, there'll be an NPC. But before you talk to the NPC, you want to make sure you don't die when you open this treasure chest on the right. It contains a trap. So as soon as you open that treasure chest that's on the right, you roll backward as fast as you can, as many times as you can. It's either going to be a poison mist, or it's going to be arrows from a giant crossbow that shoots at you. But no matter what, you want to roll backward and kind of to the left, so that the crossbow bolts won't hit you. Then you'll get Lonesome Gaplin. This guy, Lonesome Gaplin. You can actually sell items to him for souls, and you can buy some pretty cool items from him too. And you want to buy everything you can. Buy the ring, Buy as much as you can, because the next time you come to this area, he will be gone. So if you die and then come back to this area, Gavlin will no longer be here. So you need to make sure to make full use of his services right now, while you still can. If you're not ready to make use of his services, don't talk to him yet. You should only talk to him after you're ready to do everything you can right in one go. Because the next time you come to this area, whether you die or not, he's going to be gone. There's a little torch there's a light that you can, a torch that you can light on the wall here. Once you get to this area, there's going to be a couple of enemies in this building. Go up the stairs, there's going to be another enemy up there. And then after he's dead, you can come over outside here onto this little balcony thing and then ring the bell to call the ship. Make sure you watch part 2 of my video, because this is the end of part 1. Thank you very much.